Hello guys, welcome to the debut edition of the 411 podcast. This is a very interesting talk show with no boundaries at all. This brings you premium entertainment, trust me. So, my name is Cleo and I am super excited to be your host. Introducing my co-host.
My name is Elani Ace, it's your melanin co-host, and I am super excited. I am super excited to be here. I'm even more excited about what we're talking about today. So today we're talking promiscuity, and it is women versus men. Okay, I mean, I know, right? But before we get to that, let us meet our guests for today.
Hola, my name is Glory Abo. From whatever part of the world you are watching this, greetings to you.
Yeah, I'm Chocolate Daddy. You already know what's up for here. Chocolate for you. Gang.
Okay, and today, talking on this promiscuity matter,
Gang.
I'd like to ask the first question.
Okay.
Who holds the monopoly on this abominable act?
It depends on who is talking.
Well, I don't think any gender holds the monopoly.
I do.
I feel like people feel like men are. People, you hear statements like men are naturally polygamous and all of that, and I'm like,
It's true, men are polygamous.
Have you seen a polygamous woman? Have you seen a woman who decides to be promiscuous? It's more or less like men are more out there with their promiscuity than women.
Yeah.
So people just feel like, okay,
they
it matters
out
like
there?
I'm married to this woman, and so because I married her, she's just gonna stay one place.
Yeah.
I can go about doing what I want.
Yeah.
There are married women who do their business very privately, and you would have no idea. I mean, there are women who have cheated on their husbands for years. Going.
I know a lot of stories.
Okay.
So let's not even go there. but like, you know, it's like sitting here, it's the women against the men. It's quite obvious, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like,
I mean, like,
you have
I'm
to
capable.
you have to
Yeah,
try
yeah.
and clear, like, you know, the notion about that, if you even can do a good job on that one.
I don't have an issue. There's a difference between promiscuity and being polygamous.
Right.
So you
Okay.
don't have to be polygamous to be promiscuous. There are people who are diligently a shower in every situation.
Wow.
Yeah. And there are those who are just flirt, who have specific points of their promiscuity.
But what's
So
flirting? Flirting is another branch of promiscuity.
Yeah, it's like
not
the beginning
necessarily.
branch.
It
No, like
differs.
it
differs from
the
person to
sister
person.
company.
Something like that, but it depends though. It depends on your partner. Your partner defines what flirting is to you. So for certain people in their relationships, the flirting could be why you holding a hand, and for certain other people it will be you're responding to a text after 9 p.m. and for other people it could be like you're picking her calls.
You're seeing a lot of
Yeah.
people. You have a lot of experience with this thing.
Yeah, I'm the
You have
headless.
experience.
I'm the
I'm
professor.
saying.
I've been,
Wow.
we've been in the game for long, so
Oh,
we've been,
As his name implies.
yeah,
Okay.
just daddy in the folks. So it's a I think it differs from person to person. For certain people now, like for some people, you know, they are just comfortable with their two boyfriends. So in their minds they are not promiscuous. There are certain other people who are comfortable with their two main boyfriends, 4 serious boyfriends, and 3 other guys that like them.
No, but like that is everybody's
so
personal
it differs
mindset.
from
But
person to
but
person.
Like promiscuity has a meaning, has a
General
definition.
definition.
And
is,
whether you look at it like that or not, if you're doing it,
You're
that's
doing
promiscuity.
yeah,
So like,
a shower.
if you ask me, in fact, I'm asking myself at this point. I think the men are more promiscuous, honestly. Like, there's no debate. In fact, you guys have the Ballon d'Or.
Well, it
So
depends.
that, to that effect.
If we're looking at it as per popularity contest, because okay, who are these men being promiscuous with?
Trust me, I can
Like,
count.
I mean, even the gay men,
from the
even
men
the
I know.
even the gay men
Okay,
use
okay.
women as fronts
Let's hear.
for their
Let's
promiscuous.
hear. There are a lot of guys that you think are chaste but are not chaste. I mean,
Yeah.
chaste is the strong word.
Yeah, I feel
Right,
like
but
I feel like if you
still
ask
agree
the guy,
with you. I still don't agree.
I feel like guys are proud to like say their body count.
Yeah.
Like what's your body count?
Yeah,
You're
body
like
count.
20
Yeah,
or
but that's a
15.
society
or-
issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ladies can't say their body count because they feel like if they say their body count, they'll be seen as like loose and
Definitely.
slots and all of that. Yeah. promiscuous.
Please tell them they can come
when
and
they,
tell me.
when
Yeah.
they say
They can come
when
and
you
tell
ask
me
a
their
girl what's your
body
body count,
count.
she's like, just two.
Two,
I have a
just
friend
two.
who didn't even know what body count was.
Yes.
So they
I know
asked her what's your
people
body
like
count.
that.
She said 60.
No.
And she thought it was weight. Everybody was rolling on
Her body was
floor.
really counting.
Hell no.
Her body was
But
counting.
get this, most ladies will not tell you their actual body count. But the truth is, like I used to tell someone, ladies are actually sexual beings. Like
So
Naturally
Really
sexual.
sexual.
beings,
so,
like-
and we have like the craziest
Team
fantasies.
girls, come out. Do your shower. Do their shower.
But
in
let me
public.
ask you a
Crazy sexual
textbook
fantasies.
question.
Okay.
What are the causes of promiscuity?
Is there a cause?
What's in the make?
I think they are.
What drives
There
you
are
to
certain
be
things.
promiscuous?
Okay, I can
many
think of
times.
one now.
Yeah, me too.
Me, let me say my own
Let's go
first, so that you're not
first.
stealing from
Okay.
me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hook up.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's
Hook
more.
up.
That's more a
Hook
consequence than.
Hook
Yeah.
up. No, it's not a consequence. It's
It's
a
a
or a
cause.
situation.
It's a cause.
I
Caused
don't
by-
think it's a cause.
Well, I feel
Yeah.
like one of the reasons for promiscuity is people love to explore. So you can't be. Most times they're
I
with
get
like a partner that's just like
I do get it already.
regular. You get it, right? So like I said
Boring.
before,
In
we
other
have,
words,
we have
boring.
sexual fantasies.
Yes.
And when you see someone that you connect with on that level,
Yeah.
it might not be for the long term.
Yeah.
People just want to like have that fantasy and get out. So you see someone who maybe like threesome, you're like, oh, can get down, and then you see someone who like, you know, this other style, foursome
Just
or
keep
orgies,
going,
and you're like,
five-some.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, we
it
can get down.
goes
I have
on
a
and on. You will not even believe
I have a
it.
story. I know a friend that when we were in school, there was this gossip about a particular guy going around.
Okay.
This guy was okay, just not the cutest guy, right? But
Right.
he was okay. There was this gist going around that this guy had a big thing,
Ooh. Okay.
like a very big long
Okay.
thing, and most girls were secretly trying to.
banana
Yeah.
sandwich.
But I know somebody,
Yeah.
and I am very ashamed to say that person is my friend. But I know this person, and she went ahead to go and find out how the thing goes.
It's not to be ashamed
but
of that.
like- but like-
Enter
She
relationship.
so much she wanted. She
But
went
like,
for it.
but that brings me to this. That
mean,
brings me to
curiosity.
this.
Yeah.
That brings me to this. Is it about the numbers or just the desire?
Villain blaming. We can point to anything. You can say my mom didn't give me 3 meats when I was younger.
Wow.
Therefore,
the
I'll
heck?
sleep with every man I can meet, so I can be able to afford 3
3
meats.
meats.
Yeah.
And we can point
Okay,
to
that's the perspective.
yeah, we can point
Oh, yeah,
to
that's
anything.
one way to look
the
at
truth
it.
is okay, and which brings us to some other question again, or something that I had in mind. Is being promiscuous, this thing, is it genetic? Is it
Yeah, just like she
hereditary?
asked.
Because
yeah.
there are certain places you go to, maybe like Calabar women
That's
in
extreme.
Calabar.
Yes.
Yeah. So there was this Twitter study, I can't ascertain if it was a
Study
really,
on
on
Twitter.
Twitter, everybody
Yeah.
just comes with facts. So there was this study that said, or this thing that they posted, and they said, your kinks, your sexual fantasies are hereditary. So if you like them
Yeah, I
tying your
saw
legs, so maybe your dad or
that.
your mom used to
I
like
saw that
them
and it was
tying their
awkward.
legs. I don't think it's true.
Okay.
I
it's
do not
awkward.
think it's
I
true,
think
but
Very
it's something
awkward.
that
It sounds
can be-
awkward.
It is awkward.
Yeah,
I think
because you cannot
sexual
imagine
fantasies.
yourself.
I think it's
I
true.
think sexual fantasies
I think
are
it's
built
true.
through experience.
Orientation,
Life
basically.
experience.
Yeah.
And orientation, yeah.
Like
To environment
From,
Yeah,
environment,
environment.
from parents to school
So-
to
Yeah.
friends
Church.
to online
a
to
collection
church.
of
It's a collection of
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
What
So
you
you
see,
can't
the
say
media
that.
consume,
You can't say that your parents. I mean, most of our parents didn't know what it meant to have like
Don't
69
even
as
go
a
there.
69.
No, we don't
No,
know.
no,
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 we
no,
just think.
They
You
might
just
be
think
so.
so.
I mean, like,
We don't know. But
Our
most of-
grandparents were running things. You just
Yeah, they were running things, but
It's
I'm
just
saying-
that's
well,
why
get
we
me,
say
what I'm
tradition
saying
and
is
culture is missing.
some of
There
the
was
some of
no-
the intense some of the
saying?
intense
It's
sexual
tr-
fantasies right now
Yeah.
is that people are indulging in. It's like born from what they see online.
Yeah.
You know,
I
Just-
think part
I
of
mean,
it.
I heard the weirdest of
and there are
sexual
things
fantasies.
going down.
There's this Amsterdam hot pocket.
What's that?
Fuck is
Oh
that?
my God, you
What's
do not want to know. Do not even Google.
Google it.
I
Google it.
mean,
not.
like,
I
So
would
they
warn
are-
you.
like,
I warn you.
I am with a phone,
Don't
like,
Google it.
Wow.
Reading-
I
The
mean,
most
like,
disgusting sexual fantasy
It's
I've
not disgusting.
ever
I just
Wow.
don't like
seen
it.
in my entire life.
What
of
were you
sexual
doing? What were you
fantasy.
doing looking for it? Like, how did you stumble
I
on
saw a
it?
video on TikTok, and she was like, "Don't Google Amsterdam Hot Pocket."
that's
And you
saying
did.
Google
And I
it.
did.
That's
Oh, I
saying
did.
Google it.
And there are
I'm
many
definitely-
things.
And I
Yeah.
I almost vomited. Seriously, I almost threw up.
I'm
because-
Oh, yeah,
definitely
there are
going
things
to. I'm
saying.
definitely going to
I'm
check
still
it out.
there.
In
Pop,
checking.
pop.
Oh, yeah.
I'm checking. I'm
So, like-
checking already.
I don't know. Like,
Rainbow
back to this question: do
Okay.
the numbers? What is it about the numbers
Yeah, you
or
asked
the
before.
desire?
Numbers there.
Like, I really want to know.
We can only point to things that we can ascertain or things that are tangible we can see. So numbers definitely. Like, so someone can say, okay,
Because that's weird.
because
You can-
no,
you-
because
when you talk
because
of body
certain people
count,
say they started doing runs onto to feed their family.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
family
I
has
hear
to
that
eat
a
every
lot.
day. You say you started for school fees, but your brother don't finish school. How far? Do you understand? Like the desire, it doesn't matter what the desire is.
because
We
for me,
can
I
only
think
look
it's
at
the
the things
desire.
that are tangible. And because like
Because
me,
when you talk
like,
about-
like
when
me
you-
now,
when
I
you
just
bring-
want
think it's
to
a
help
combination
the
of-
sisters.
of both
I just want to
things.
help the sisters, just scratch certain parts of their body where other things.
Oh
can
wow!
do you
I
understand?
mean,
Yeah,
Calculate daddy.
it's the thoughts that
Yes,
count.
alright.
abi?
Actually.
Yeah, so it's not
Very
like I want to. I'm
promiscuously.
cheating on my girlfriend. I'm just helping another person.
You're not serious, right?
Yeah, but you can't
Oh,
say you're
so-
cheating. But
So
if
I
we
just
if we say
remembered.
it's the desire, yeah.
For those who want to Google, it's Alabama Hot Pocket.
Can you drop it?
no.
you.
Here's how I think about it, right?
Okay.
For me, it's more of the desire. So, because if you bring in body count into, like, you bring body count into this equation now, you leave hookup now. A lot of girls that have poly
Hookup
can't
is
wait now.
ashawo.
Wait, poly.
We rest with that.
A lot of girls that probably can't stay alone and always want to be in a relationship at some point in their
Yes.
lives. Yeah.
There's-
And they
Yes.
keep having like issues in their relationship and they're like moving and it's not like they're
Yeah.
trying to sleep around.
Yes.
But then
They are
yeah,
trying to
wait,
sleep around.
Oga, leave them alone.
That's the no, that's
Okay,
we are not
but let me
judging
land,
them,
let me
but
land, let me
that's
land,
what
let me
they are
land.
trying to do.
And then she has a body count of let's say 20.
Yeah.
Lie, 40 something is not 20. Because even inside the relationship, there are one or two guys on the side.
But then, right? There is another person with the body count of 5 who is
Right.
probably younger,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And just
Or older.
like the 5 guys she's been with are just random guys. Probably 2 are like one night stands,
Yeah.
or there's another
Yeah.
one that's just like if,
yeah.
like one off like a flirt.
Okay.
Like do you
I
understand
get
what
it.
I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes,
So
yes,
like I don't
yes.
think the number it's the desire to always see somebody and
Eh?
I want to do this. I want
Yeah.
to. I want to have
But
sex
like
with this
like
person.
I was saying, obviously we can say desire and whatnot, right? But we also always have to keep things in the realm. where we
Numbers
can
lie.
Actually,
That's my point.
No, numbers cannot lie.
Numbers lie.
Really? Okay,
That's
so
fine.
In
wait,
this
wait,
case,
wait.
numbers
no,
lie.
numbers don't lie. Your interpretation of numbers can be a lie.
Okay.
So using these
Right.
5 people for an example now, she could have been with 5 people that usually do breakfast and dinner.
Come to think of
every
it,
day,
that 5 could
right?
even be
it
in
could
one
be
day.
5 people
What's
who are
breakfast and
always.
dinner?
It could be she could be with 5 people who over the space of 5 years they probably go down like over 600 times every year because it was morning and night
Okay.
every day for at
Oh,
least
so
300 days
Are you an
in the
extremist?
year. No, I'm not. I'm just giving you.
It sounds like that. He's,
So-
he's
so
talking
yeah.
from
He's an
so much
extremist.
so
experience.
there's
like, I'm
that, and
actually
then there's the other
listening.
person who has done 25. That was most likely out of the 25, only 5 people were return customers. Or
Yeah,
were return. They patronized her repeatedly. So it could be. You could also be that, but we
Wow.
cannot
Okay.
discount the
I think
fact that
I think you missed a question
no,
a little.
No.
No.
What question?
Like when you said someone
is
who
it the numbers of the
dated.
desire? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So even this person that has dated now, she could have dated someone. So I think this is also where we can bring in other terms like what's the difference between being a slut and being a freak.
Okay.
So you could have the body count of 5 and then you're a freak and then you've done things that your grandmother doesn't know
Right.
about in your short 21 years on it. So I know people.
But like
that.
being a freak doesn't make you promiscuous.
Yeah, it doesn't. It
doesn't translate to
doesn't-
promiscuity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
doesn't
doesn't.
translate.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
just
It
that
doesn't.
you're exploring. But promiscuity
I'm
is that you are
saying-
exploring with different people continuously. You are just going as far this your
Well,
exploration.
in this context here, I think desire plays more of the role
than the numbers.
in making you promiscuous than the numbers. That's all I'm trying to say.
I think people can say they have OCD. So
From the-
I have a new disease that I invented, and I believe it's what most guys that we turn promiscuous have. Obsessive compulsive flirting disorder, OCFD, right?
So you can't help
So they just like see this fine guy, you just like, okay, let's see where it goes, and then suddenly the babe wants to come over, and like as a nice guy, as a gentleman, you can't say no. Like, do you want her to be homeless or not have where to sleep?
That's like
for the night?
sugarcoating promise.
She wants to come over, not.
And so you're
Wow.
like, okay, come over, you can sleep on the bed, or sleep on the couch. Just like, no. And then you just,
Why am I
you
laughing
go and
so
lie
much?
down
I
and you
don't
put a pillow in between to help yourself.
Please.
So like
What I'm saying is, so even in being promiscuous, not everybody who ends up having sex or going all the way started out as wanting that. Some people were just a shoulder to lean on, and then they became a waist to bounce off.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's it's what my company offers, a shoulder to lean on.
from there you now leave something else.
Wow.
Yeah, shoulder to lean on.
But then-
and all of that. So it's always, so there are always nuances, but the only one we can really point to are the numbers, and the numbers are the ones that we know about.
Yeah, but I'm
But
going
how
to,
do
I'm
you
going
know
to, I'm
the
going to drop
numbers?
this. I'm going to drop this by saying, please, numbers or interpretation of numbers can lie. Like you said, so like, if you hear numbers, don't ever don't
Don't
always
jump
think that
into
the person is
conclusions.
See, but what we are
promiscuous
saying,
because of
but numbers too.
when people say
Or
their
they're
body
telling
count,
you
and
their
once you
actual
just hear it, the
numbers.
next
They
thing
say
that comes to
don't
your mind
judge-
is, oh, this guy
Don't
is a
judge,
slut.
don't
Yeah.
judge.
Or this guy is a slut.
Pass, but
Yeah.
Amaka is all this fine.
Somebody that has body count of 3 might be a big
Big
caps
time, yeah.
slut. So like,
So
so that's the point.
Yeah, they're good. So
That's the
we
point I'm
always
trying to
have to
make.
put nuance to our conversation and all of
Yeah.
that. But
Okay.
your body count of 40, except there were 20 people that came to your hostel and they broke in.
okay,
and out
okay.
of the 40,
He
20,
would never
20
believe
was
me.
Oh my
false.
He would
God.
never
Like-
believe me.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
those
are
ones
there
did,
are
so they
there
happen, but-
are there any
Question.
moral are there any moral consequences to promiscuity?
I think we should do moral first. So
Moral and religious are not like
religious,
far apart.
Yeah, they're far
So,
apart,
yeah.
actually.
So
I
I
mean,
think
that's
same
what
thing.
I think there are
like
moral
say,
consequences.
like,
There's a, so nobody loses their job on the account of the fact that
They're
had
promiscuous.
sex just because it was non-moral. It's always the moral place of we held you in high esteem. You're supposed to. The coach of the Boston Celtics he was suspended for a year, Ime Udoka, for having an affair with a member of staff for one thing, and it was this thing. It's against the organization's rules.
Yeah.
So he was suspended for 1 year. And there are certain people in that same thing that are running matters outside. I've done maybe like 50 people in the space of the same year. And there was no consequence for them. All you call them, okay, this person is a slut, he's a fuck boy, he's just promiscuous. Like there was no consequence for that person. So it wasn't an issue. So there are moral consequences, especially in the world we live in today.
Today,
Yeah.
especially
Always
here,
moral.
especially
So
in
no matter
Nigeria,
how-
it's crazy.
And the funny thing is, these moral consequences happen more in places where they are quote unquote more liberal.
Yeah.
So this happened in America where they are more liberal.
Yeah.
And then this person is being suspended from his job because he had an affair. So they are not saying
But that's about ethics
Yeah.
now. That's
Yeah, that's
ethics.
about-
That's
that's
ethics,
ethics,
not
yeah, work ethics.
work
That's
ethics
mostly
and all.
ethics than
Yeah.
moral.
But
Yeah.
so those ethics come from morals most of the time. So it was the moral. So it wasn't even an issue of you cheated on your partner or whatnot.
Yeah.
It was more a consequence of organizational
Yeah.
rules.
But,
and
but,
Yeah.
but I would say there's a lot of like there's a lot of judgments. There's a lot of the same moral thing we're
Yeah.
talking about on promiscuity. So
But
that means
the
there's
thing is
definitely
like
moral
me now,
consequences.
purely virgin. But because
Wow.
of how
Wow.
much I know about
Such a
sexuality,
liar.
I have to face the moral
He's
consequence
lying.
of knowing
He's
about.
lying.
No, I can't
A
do
lot
that.
of
Lie.
lies, like
See, the
lying.
truth is there are only few people that can dispute this claim, and it's always going to be my word against their word.
I hear you. I hear you.
So there's really no proof.
Wow.
But on this moral thing, I think
Yeah.
women get the heat more because
Yeah, women get the hit more.
But they get the
Women
heat.
get the
They
heat
get
because-
the heat more because
I
they get
mean-
more pleasure from it, so they should get more.
Started. People feel like men are naturally polygamous.
Yes,
you
yes.
know,
Yes,
so
you understand.
So
when a
men are-
woman,
I think I
But the
personally-
lady
I-
gonna tell you, if you ask,
women.
if you
yeah,
ask
when
the
a
woman
woman
tell
like
you,
out there and liberal,
Yeah.
they're like, oh my
Okay.
gosh, she's loose. She wasn't raised well,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
women are supposed to like
Totally.
keep themselves
Nah,
reserved
man, you
and
understand,
you know,
you don't keep-
oh that
you
stuff
understand.
crazy.
I
Like,
can't have
Okay.
be promiscuous in peace.
I
personally believe that women are the ones that started that rumor that men are naturally polygamous. So
No,
their
you guys are
activities-
bold and loud
so
about
their
it.
activities
So
go
nobody,
under the
nobody, you
radar.
didn't need
That's not
promotion.
true.
You guys are
No,
actually
you
very
don't need any
bold
promotion.
about
No,
it.
I think so.
You guys are
I
actually
think
very
so.
bold
No,
about
think
I
it.
so, because
disagree.
Even most of
You
the-
never hear a girl
if you
say,
go
I
back in
don't
history-
finish with that guy.
I know.
No, but now it's
I
happening.
don't-
It's
I don't-
happening
I don't-
now.
Yeah, it's happening
Yeah,
now.
before.
Always been happening.
It's happening
Nah, it's
now.
happening
It's
more
always been
now.
happening. We just have social
Just
media
to
catch
ourselves.
people now.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, we
It has
have
always been
social
happening.
media.
The times we're in now, a lot
Wow.
of
You say
things
heads
have
are
changed.
voices.
Women are
Wow.
more
Yeah.
like vocal.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they move
Like
out there.
there's a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah, sex life
revolution.
and all.
There's
Yeah.
going on.
Yes.
So like,
please.
I don't think much has changed.
before now, a lady
Yeah.
wouldn't ask a guy out.
my
Just as much as going on a date or like, oh, I want to be your girlfriend.
did.
It's
It
impossible.
just wasn't obvious.
It wasn't
wasn't
open.
just-
Yes, it wasn't in the
Wasn't put out
open.
there
You know,
because of these
The
days,
people who
standards
did it
of-
were
They made
considered
it-
like
made it-
really
yes,
bold. Like,
no,
yes,
like
really
they
bold.
make you feel sort of promiscuous. That's the word.
They
They
be
wouldn't
like-
be seriously.
Please, people should come
Why?
and me, I'll
Like,
take them
you-
seriously.
No,
Please, if
seriously.
anybody
They'll
that has
be like-
somebody, I'll
but
take
You
them
guys keep
seriously.
saying
Yeah.
we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. The
want
truth
to do
is,
the
if we
chasing
do,
and all that kind of stuff.
there's a lot of judgment that follows. There's a lot of
You see,
judgment.
the kind of people you are chasing, chase us. We don't used to run. We'll stand so you catch us quick.
Who is
Okay,
us?
so let's get to a very
We'll be
serious.
virgin.
Let's get to
Okay.
a very serious
Okay.
part of this conversation now, and this is a bit tricky. This is sensitive too.
Right.
Wow,
So
okay.
it's like, is there anything that can lead to someone being promiscuous? Like, we talked of life experiences, talked about like, orientation and all of that. But this reminds me of abuse, sexual abuse.
Yes.
Is this? I've heard so many times.
Yeah.
I've seen like cases where people who were sexually abused as like children
Children.
Yeah.
grow up and then have this uncontrollable urge.
Yes.
to-
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so like that's one thing. It's very tricky. So that's another like thing you have to factor in when you see that people when you call
Absolutely.
people promiscuous, you might not really know where it's coming from.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
Very
seen a
true.
lot of
I
things.
I
I've heard
have. I
about
agree
those
with you.
stories.
Like,
I mean,
Exactly.
recently I
Like-
met someone who said that she had been abused from when she was like a child
Yeah.
by uncles, neighbors, and cousins.
Wow.
And then one of the times her neighbor asked her why these people behave the way they behave with her.
Yeah.
And she said she didn't know it was wrong.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she
But
didn't
that's
know that it was wrong.
it's the
So,
innocence of childhood.
She told the neighbor, and when they had a fallout with the neighbor
Yeah.
sometime later, the neighbor blurted it out, like used it to insult her and her mom.
Oh my God.
Now get this,
sad.
the heartbreaking part was when the mom heard about it. The mom didn't get angry at these people. The mom called her a prostitute. That is it. That's
Do you
the
know?
problem.
Do you know that
So-
our moms
Yeah,
are
that-
the first
so-
person.
so
They're the
conditioning
first people.
She
Women
still
against
didn't
women.
know it was wrong, so they continued until she got into secondary school. Became a lesbian. Had let's say bi, because she didn't know what bi was.
Yes,
She was doing
at that
guys
time,
and
yes.
girls. She was just going everywhere.
Yes.
And even when she decided to change, it was very difficult. Even when she grew up, like she was like in SS2 or SS3, and then she found out that this thing that these people are doing to me is actually wrong.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
But
She
she
said, she
wanted-
wanted to
the
turn a
desire had been
new,
planted.
turn a new leaf.
Yeah.
But it was very. I mean, she had to go through
In that
therapy.
case, yes, you need therapy. You need help.
It was crazy.
You need help.
Conditioning and all of that.
So sometimes
yeah.
I think promiscuity isn't just really what it is on the surface.
So,
It's
Yeah.
like
there's
a
always
lot
there are
more.
always root causes.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's
So
a lot more.
so-
But that's one thing. Is there something else? Like, do you think there's something else apart
I
from
think
that?
orientation, upbringing, and all of that. There
Yeah.
are people who
Yes,
there are people who
orientation
grew
of
up
group.
hearing
Yes, very, very important.
certain kinds of things, and then you meet
Yes.
their mothers who tell you, this thing is to give,
Yeah.
their fathers who say this thing is to collect,
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I
So
mean,
this
they
person
see
grows
their
up
mom and
like-
their dad.
Charity
Yeah,
begins at home.
Yeah.
So they just grow up thinking, okay,
It's a
now to
normal
give
thing,
now. You
yeah.
can't withhold.
Yeah.
Please don't withhold what God has given you.
A shower.
Make the one.
And of
We
course,
need
the
to
peer
keep
pressure
it
too.
But
What?
there's
Peer
so
pressure.
there's
Peer pressure. Peer
and
pressure. I swear to you, peer pressure will make you do
It will
things.
stain your whites.
Peer pressure has made people lose
they should just
virginity
change the fruit.
that they are not supposed to lose.
They should just
Peer
change.
pressure.
But let them just change the
Like,
fruit. Let them just stop being peers.
Yeah, but
Let
it's not
them
like you
just
come
stop
back
go back.
from holiday, like in a boarding school.
Yeah.
Maybe like SS3 or SS2. They're like,
And your girls have, your
your
friends
girls
have,
have, everybody has.
See,
I
I have the
looking at you like a
solution.
child.
You're baby.
I have the solution to peer
Losing
pressure.
your virginity become a qualification.
Don't worry.
Yes,
I think all of
yes.
us here, all the ladies here are speaking from experience. I
My
swear.
experience, purely virgin. But I have the solution for peer pressure. Just change the fruit. Stop being a peer. Become a mango. Mango doesn't have pressure. Comes in season.
That's an uncle joke. Take it back. Just take it back.
I'm trying to smile, but not
It's not working.
But it's
Sorry,
true,
it's not
it's there,
working, like-
Don't worry, you smile later. But mangoes
my
don't have any
goodness.
pressure now.
No,
There's
stop
mango
it.
season.
Right.
But peer always.
Stop,
every
please,
time peer
stop.
pressure. Okay, you prefer watermelon.
No,
Okay.
please stop
Watermelons,
it.
you know watermelons are around the world.
Oh my god.
All of us now,
So-
shall we?
Don't mind this Ashawo.
No, I'm not
Like,
that.
probably
I'm not
you
that.
have been
No, no,
screaming,
no.
like even
No,
from
no,
his
no.
name.
You have
Your
to.
name
Daddy,
sounds
you're not coming
very,
back.
very
Daddy
promiscuous
of
to
them.
start
I'm
with.
a
Like-
humanitarian change agent.
Wow.
So, like, what do you guys
Wow.
have to say individually on this topic? Promiscuity.
Please keep
Starting
keep
from
yourself.
you, Ashawo.
Obviously, it can be an Ashawo.
Mazi
Keep
Ashawo.
yourselves. There are so many health benefits in having one sex partner, one sexual partner. Do all the exploring in your mind. That's where your mind is going. You explore with your mind. Treat your body like the temple that it is. But if you do not want to take this advice, please, you can follow me on social media. I have places where you can go and explore. You can explore in my DM.
I can't believe this guy.
So please keep yourselves.
guy
But if
dey
you don't want
crazy,
to keep
Person
yourself,
picky,
bring
person
yourself.
son.
swear.
Son.
Wow.
I
Wow.
said, like,
Okay, yeah. Well, I would just say that from the angle of whenever you meet someone and you hear that the person is promiscuous,
Yeah,
don't be so quick to judge.
Yeah.
Don't be so quick to
very important.
feel like, oh, this person is the devil.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned
Yeah.
like there are different stories, different sides to a story. Like
Yes,
Just
yes.
different.
become
So
part
many
of the
and
story.
you don't know what that person has been through or what caused that. So
Yeah.
if you can't find out, shut up.
seriously.
Mind your damn business.
Mind your business. Drink
Seriously.
water. Mind
Move
your
on.
business.
She's my
God
business.
bless you.
Okay, Elani.
Well, about promiscuity, at first what he said, there's so much benefit, there's so many health benefits to having one partner and exploring
I
all
should
the
be that
explore, even if it's BDSM, even if it's the other one that she called that I'm going to research about later.
What did you say again?
And then
What was that again?
Hot pocket.
hot pocket.
I beg you,
I'm
Please.
googling it right after
And
this show.
there are so many stories.
I want to know.
There are so many stories. There are so many causes of this nature. You understand? So if you don't know about it, just shut the fuck up. You probably are having more sex than you understand than you talk about. So you better just shut up. You don't
Yes,
know
please,
shit.
people
Just
should shut up.
Some of
you
them
know
are taming.
judgment
Please, people
already.
should.
Taming
I
the
don't
lion.
Some of them are taming.
Why
Their
you people
promiscuity.
finding all
I
that?
that
Team
tiger.
together and down.
Please, why
I'm
people
telling
finding
you.
all
I
these people that
swear,
have
like
all
we
this
know
stuff,
your
let me read some
things,
my way.
guys.
Okay, guys.
Let
So
me help them.
okay, guys. So that's the show today. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed this
Don't be
conversation.
promiscuous. Be an Ashawo.
I think they've said everything there is to say about promiscuity. Trust me, it is more beneficial to be chaste.
Yeah.
Remain a virgin.
Like me.
Don't go
Purely
Don't
virgin.
go
Purely
fucking
virgin
around.
like me. Just
Like,
It's not good for your mental health,
keep yourselves for Jesus like I do.
your physical health. And this show is powered by Embassy Lounge. Seek refuge, ball hard. Okay, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Till I see you in our next episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, share our videos, and follow us on all our social media platforms. I remain your humble host, Cleo. See you next time.